Wayne Allen Root is a far-right commentator, and he's really just as silly as they come. He thinks Obama's a Marxist, so he's obviously not bright, and he's ignorant. He went on the Mark Cox Show. Make your own joke about the name of that show, and let's see what he had to say about Trump.
Wayne, how are you?
Well, you know, when they drop the biggest bomb of all time on top of ICE's head, angry white males tend to get really happy. I'm kind of jumping for joy. We got a new sheriff in town, baby. The United States is number one again. You know, it's like being at a football game and the Jets fly over. You know, you feel proud to be an American, and this is one of those moments again. We got a great man as president, and he said he'd restore us to number one. He said he would not hold back with the military anymore. I would make the point today, it's the same as Reagan, that crazy is good. Reagan wasn't crazy. Trump isn't crazy. But if liberals want to believe they're crazy and they want to spread that rumor to the whole world, and the world, you know, media, the global media, wants to tell all the people around the world we have a crazy man in leadership, that's not bad. That's good. The whole world is now on notice. There's a crazy man with his finger on the nuclear button, and there is no one that's going to screw with the United States for the next 8 years of President Donald Trump. And believe me when I tell you, it probably got solidified today between the missiles aimed at Syria and the world's biggest bomb dropped on ISIS. I think Trump is a shoo-in for re-election. We got him for 8 years, and liberals are going to be sick to their stomach for 8 years.
I mean, that was Olympic-level stupid. Whew, where do I begin with this? Okay, so, look at this sucker. This guy is such a chump. A bombed... you angry white males tend to get happy when you drop bombs on ISIS. ISIS. Okay, dipshit. First of all, ISIS and the Taliban are fighting each other in Afghanistan. That's why ISIS is there. They're fighting the Taliban. You know what I call that? A win-win. Let them kill each other. Let them kill each other. Instead, what do? We dropped a near-nuclear weapon, the biggest bomb we have that's not a nuke, on tunnels, which, by the way, we created, the CIA created, because they wanted to help the Mujahideen in the 80s against the Soviet Union. And they claim, the government claims, yeah, we killed like 36 ISIS people. And then they upped that number the other day, like, did we say that? We meant like 90 or something. We killed like so many. But this is always what happens. They tell you, oh, it's ISIS, it's ISIS, it's ISIS. It happens all the time. It happens under Obama, it happens under Trump, it happens under all of them. Later on, we find out from independent sources that are not the fucking Pentagon or our Afghanistan military lackeys. They'll go, yeah, there was some civilians as part of that. Trump, his first raid, it was an incredibly successful raid. We found out he killed an 8-year-old American girl in that raid and 30 civilians. There was the attack on Mosul, 200 civilians obliterated. But this idiot's going to go out there, where's the government propaganda? Let me chug it. Yeah. Oh, I love it when you drop bombs on ISIS's head. Oh, isn't that great? I love that so much. And what happened? I thought you guys are conservatives. You're fiscal conservatives, right? You do know that between production of this bomb and making the bomb itself, $314 million. Now, my guess is this guy, if you tell him, hey, we're going to spend $314 million feeding some homeless people, some homeless kids, or he's, we're going to give some people some health care with that money, or maybe an education, something like that. Small government. We don't have the money for that. Why we got a debt, multi-trillion dollar debt. What are you talking about? That's a terrible idea. Oh, we're dropping bombs gratuitously on ISIS when they're in fucking bumblefuck rural-ass Afghanistan fighting the Taliban. By the way, there's only 600 to 800 people, ISIS fighters, in Afghanistan. And you just dropped a near-nuclear weapon? As a great tweet said that I read yesterday, why not send some dudes from Chicago there? They'll take care of that for you. And they'll do it for a lot cheaper than $314 million. And then I love the crazy is good argument, because at least he's admitting it. Oh, I'm in favor of crazy. Oh, crazy is great. Yoo-hoo! Yippity-skidoo! Why don't you guys like me? Aren't I such a sober, reasoned, logical analyst? No, you're an idiot. Of course, you're talking about arguing pro-crazy is not a thing. I'm in favor of crazy. I guess you're also, at least as evidenced by your rant here, pro-stupid. Because none of your points made sense. And then finally, this definitely is my favorite part, actually. Where he's like, I think he solidified re-election. His approval rating is 35% and plummeting. You moron. Do you not know how to read a poll? People hate this. People hate this. They hate it. They hate it. They hate it. Dropping a gratuitous bomb in the middle of Afghanistan for no goddamn reason, further destabilizing the world. In fact, from a few years back, I think it was 2013, they did a poll. What percentage of the American people were still in favor of being in Afghanistan then? 17%. 17%. That's more unpopular than Vietnam, Wayne. He's like, he's solidifying re-election by doubling down on Vietnam 2.0. Doubling down on a war that almost no Americans want to be in anymore. People don't think like you, Wayne. Anything Trump does is good. Let's blow up random shit and waste money and kill innocent people. Yippee! People don't think like you because you're a dunce. And you're a Trump sphincter licker. That's what it is. I could tell. I could tell you wake up and touch yourself to the guy. So, give me a break. You don't know anything. You don't read polls. You don't make logical points. He solidified re-election by dropping a near-nuclear weapon in the middle of nowhere. Thankfully, people aren't as stupid as you. Only 17% of Americans back in 2013 still supported the war in Afghanistan. I bet now it's like 11%. So run along, Wayne. Maybe you should find a different career because you are embarrassingly pathetic at this one.